I did a post the other day and talking about when you receive a friend request and you go to their profile and you see a ton of information about them. And the reason that I want to bring this to everyone's attention is if you're sending friend requests and people are coming to your profile, if you don't have things set up properly, then you are also giving away a lot of information about you. But here's the problem. This is how other people are finding you and creating duplicate accounts of you. So they're seeing your photos, they're seeing your friends list, they create a new profile and they send all your friends a friend request. And if we're not paying attention, we accept that friend request and then we start getting some messages that can be either of nudity, or whether they're links telling you to go visit this site, which is ultimately opening up for viruses or malware. So I thought it would be best to do a video for you on a couple of things that you can do to make sure that your profile is really set to what you want it to be set for. So I'm going to do a screen share so I can physically show you what or where to go, and we'll get started. So let me open up my Facebook here and share screen. So when you first log into Facebook, and I recommend that you do this through your computer or your desktop, okay? Don't do it from your phone apps or your tablet apps. I encourage you to get on a computer and do this. And whatever you do on the desktop version is ultimately what's going to reflect onto those different apps that you have. So your app on your phone or your app on your tablet, okay? So when you first log into Facebook, the first thing that I want you to do, just so you understand some of your privacy settings, is you're going to click in the drop-down arrow in the top right-hand corner of Facebook. And when you click on that, you're going to go into your settings. So what I want you to do is I want you to click on the tab down the left-hand side that says Privacy. And in here is where you're really going to look at what information you're putting out right off the bat. So for example, who can see your future posts? Some people choose to have this set to public, so you have to decide, but ultimately, as you're moving forward with your personal timeline and putting statuses out there, you can have certain posts that are set to public. So you can actually change the status to public, but then the next time you do another status, you want to change it back to friends. I do keep mine set to friends and then only change when there is a specific post I want to make public. And of course, you're going to see on here who can see your friends list. I highly recommend that you edit this and change the privacy to only me. This way, other people don't have access to your friends list and therefore not being able to contact them. So make sure you go through this, excuse me, this section of the settings. But here's the other thing you need to do. So this time, I'm going to click on my name at the top of Facebook, which is going to take me to my actual personal profile. So before I get into showing you a couple of tips, I'm going to show you what you can do to see how your profile looks to the public. So what you're going to find just under your cover photo here is 3 dots right here. And if you click these 3 dots, you have an option to click on View As. So I'm going to click on View As. This now takes me into public mode. And I can tell that I'm in public mode for 2 things. One, I have a black bar across the top that tells me this is what your profile looks like to the public. I also have an Add Friend button. So that tells me I'm in public mode. So you want to check this and see what it is you've put out to the public. Okay, is there photos that you've put out? Is there certain posts on here that you're like, oh my God, I didn't want them set to public? Whatever it might be, this will give you a good idea of what information you're actually putting out to the public. Now, to get out of this mode, you need to click your name again at the top of Facebook, and this will put you back into your personal profile. And here's what I want you to do. You're going to click on the About tab, just sitting underneath your cover photo. And you're going to click on each tab down the left-hand side. Don't start with the overview. It's best to go right into the different tabs. So when I click on work and education, as I move my mouse to the right of any of these elements that I have physically entered, you will notice the privacy setting will be displayed. So in this case, it's a world, and a world means it's set to public. I do want this element set to public because it's a direct link to my business page, okay? Then you can go to places you've lived, and as you move your mouse, and you'll see that I have Bradford, which is my current city, set to public, and I did that only because of my business, and when people want to hire me, they need to know that travel may be involved. But my hometown, you'll notice, is set to friends, okay? So really think about that. What I want you to do is go through each one of these tabs, hover your mouse to the right of anything that you've entered, and determine which privacy setting you want for it. The other thing that you're going to need to do, if you did the view as, and you notice that there were pictures set, you'll need to go through your photos. So you're going to click on the photo tab, and you can go to your photos, you can go to albums, but you need to go through the photos and make sure that you've changed your password. And I can probably guarantee that where you're going to see a lot of the pictures is under the album called Profile Pictures. So you would click on the album to open it, and then you would click to go into each photo. And when you go into each photo, you're going to notice up here on the right, it'll have your name, the date, and of course the privacy setting. So any of them that are set to public, you'll want to change those to friends. Okay, so that's just some quick things that you can do to make sure that you've got your profile set up properly. So if anything, hopefully hackers aren't going to get your information. Okay, please share this out for me. Give everyone an opportunity. This is not just for business owners. This is for anyone that uses Facebook. So please help me to get this out so that we can do our part in making sure that we are set up properly. Thank you. This is Tammy Hudgen, creating your presence on Facebook.